Hi there, this is Sue at Miller's Laboratory. Thanks for joining me today. I'm going to be flipping through my second project as a Graphics Fairy design team member, and I have this sweet little journal that I've created which is called Sit a Spell, where I've used lots of images of chairs and settees and benches, and then also photos of people sitting on those things. Most of the images that I used came from the Graphics Fairy premium membership site. A few also came from their free site. As a member of the design team, I do get a free year's membership to that site. And wow, is it amazing. The dimensions of this book are 5.5 inches high, 4 inches wide, and then the thickness is 2.5 inches. And you can see that I used a unique binding method here. It's called a slip knot binding, and what I did is used thicker papers, mostly tea-dyed watercolor paper, but also some handmade envelopes and some other types of cardstock to make the pages. So there are a total of 76 pages if you count front and back. On the cover here I've added a little brass plate with the name of the book, and you can see I finished off the binding with these antique buttons. And then the image of the chairs that you see here, I used a rubber stamp for. All right. One of the things that's really nice about this binding is that the book will open up all the way. So you can see that bends right back nice and easily. That makes it easy to work in. And also, because there is stitching on between each page, there's a little bit of thickness. And so you have room to build up and add items to your page without the book getting all bulgy. Okay, on the inside cover here, I've done a little bit of collage, and then we see this label here. This is from a printable on the Graphics Fairy from a bundle called Vintage Papery. It's just these really nice neutral labels, and I printed those out in a couple different sizes and used them a lot throughout the book. In this envelope here, created a little booklet, just a chair on the front. The base of the cover is this pretty marbled paper pattern. And then I just added a couple sheets of paper in here, some typing paper, where I traced the image of a chair from an old book, some ledger paper, and another little chair that I traced. I just traced them really loosely so they would look kind of whimsical. Here I've done some digital work. The image of the chair here was a PNG, and so on my computer I layered it onto this background paper and then just printed that out. And all of the base papers you see below, I went through and collaged all my pages first and then came back and put in all my focal points. Lovely image of a lady here collaged. And then here I have these interlocking rings. Those are from a bundle called Architectural Frames. Here's just the thumbnails of those. I use those a lot throughout the book as well. But here I just cut one and interlocked them, and then I'm using them as a tuck spot for this little tag. Okay. On this page, I'm going to go ahead and take this out. I did clip in quite a few real photographs from my collection. This is an older lady with a kitten. And then on this page I used an old flashcard as the page instead of the watercolor paper. Another pretty lady collaged on here. This page I actually did something kind of unique. I wrapped this magazine page around it. So this was just something I had in Old Antiques magazine, and I liked the images of the chairs, and I thought whoever gets the book might like to use those in some way. That was just wrapped around the page. Here I've created some silhouettes of chairs, and this particular chair is from the bundle called Black and White Ornate Chairs. It's this chair right here. Okay. And what I did with that is I printed it multiple times onto a paper, and then I flipped over and printed this pretty pattern on the back of the paper. So when I cut out the chairs, I used the pattern side, and you don't see any outline, just the silhouette. I did also come in and do a little bit of detail work with a gel pen here. On this page, I also did some digital work. I took another image of a chair and I upped the brightness on it until it was all white, and then I layered it onto this pretty background paper and printed it onto vellum. Here you can see another one of those architectural frames that's peeking over from the other side of the page. And on this side I'm using it as a tuck spot with a little journal card inside. A couple things that you'll see here. The background is from Tattered Paper Treasures. This is another printable from that bundle. It has this beautiful background collaged paper, which was just perfect as far as the color scheme and very easy for me to use. I just used that as my background and then added a focal point. And the focal point here, which is this chair, is actually the thumbnail, again from the black and white ornate chairs. I just went in with my computer and changed the color. So I did one that was green and one that was blue. Here I've used a little cabinet card frame and just tucked in another little photo of a lady sitting on a bench. Here I've done some digital work again and added this settee onto this background paper. I will list all the bundles that I used below. This lady here with some collage. And another one here. Here's a pop-up. There are 3 of these in the book. I just used the vintage postcards bundle and chose a postcard layered on this image of this sort of rustic twig bench. And then I think I added the stamp on there too. And then printed that out and added some frames for some more interest on the page. Here I've used a paint chip for a corner tuck. I just put another journal card similar to the first one in there. And here's another envelope. And in this one I have another little photo. And then this is just a page from an architectural book where it teaches you how to draw the furniture in a room. I cut that out and layered it onto this paper, which is again the thumbnail but of the architectural frames bundle. And I just like how it has the numbers on it. To me it looks like it's like a catalog. So that's just extra writing space for you. Just another little photo clipped on there. And here we have another digitally altered settee. I changed the color of this one and then added it onto the background paper. Here I've done something similar, but I created a piece with several chairs, and I'm using that as a pocket that flips. Inside we have a little tag that's put onto an index card with a piece from the artist bundle here, the paint swatch, and then just a little bit of tissue layered on there. Here you can see another frame that's wrapped around to the other side of the page, creating a tuck spot. We have another journal card here made out of a paint chip, and I used a dictionary page with the settee on it, and then also on the back it has a settle, which is another seating place, and just this pretty birthday greetings paper. A lovely lady there. This is just another one of those vellum like negative space chairs that I created on the computer. And here are some more of those silhouette chairs that I cut out. Just another cabinet card tuck here with another photo. Here we have some pockets, one on this side and one on the other side. I used as a base for these tags this printable from Weathered Lace Papers. I used all 3 of these as a base and then just added things to them. So here you see these lovely frames, which are from the Romantic French Frames bundle. And then on the other side we have another similar tag. So they're similar but not the same. Here I've tucked a little journal card. Again, I've created the silhouette of this park bench onto a background paper. And another pop-up made in the same way. Pretty lady. Another flip. Same idea here, just use different patterns and different chairs. I like a little repetition in my books because I feel like it puts continuity into the book. This is another little booklet that I made a different chair image on there, and then again I just traced a couple of chairs onto the typing paper there. This side I've used an architectural frame as a belly band, another journal card in there. And here we have a little flip out with a pocket. Another photo here. Sorry about the glare. And then this is just a vellum piece layered onto some construction paper. This is the same rubber stamp I used on the cover. So you're going to see similar techniques here, just different images. This lovely nun sitting on a bench, and then this is just some extra paper that I used as a little pull-out. Another pretty lady sitting. And another pop-up, again, created in the same way, just different. Sweet little image of this lady in a chair here. I love that one. And then another flip here again. The same idea with the tag. Here is another little vellum negative space chair, and along here I placed these labels, and you can see very faintly I just sketched some chairs on there. I am no artist as far as drawing, I just kind of did them really roughly. Your little tuck spot with a photo. Those ladies look like they're having a lot of fun. And another digitally, a chair that I digitally placed onto this background. Here is another pocket. And in here there's a little photo, and then this is just a magazine page from that same magazine, that Antiques one. Okay, we're almost to the end. On here I used this, created this little envelope. This is from another printable from the Vintage Album Frames bundle. You can see this is really big. I printed it out smaller, and I glued it onto the page. I stamped this little image to make the closure. I did not glue the envelope together because I wanted to leave it so you could open it up and write on the inside if you wanted to. Inside we just have another little photo and just a little accordion folded journal spot there. And then this photo of the lady I actually kind of tucked inside the frame before I glued it down. Some more of those chair silhouettes, and that brings us to the end. So I hope you enjoyed that little flip through. Thank you so much, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.